What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to try something a little bit different. I'm not usually one to cover the news. However, I felt like it might be a nice change for me once in a while to talk about stuff that's going on in the space, give my opinion, see what everybody else thinks. I received a lot of comments on how people would like to hear more of my opinion, what I think, on certain topics and less on research-based projects. So I'm going to try to switch it up a little bit. The first article I want to touch on is actually a short one. The reason I wanted to go over this was just to talk about the very obvious either divide in the space or the overall lacking faith in the technology. Blockchain developer, the most demand skill in 2018. This year has seen the blockchain development job become the most in demand skill. It has grown by 33% over the past year, according to a report that was published by LinkedIn on emerging jobs in the US. It's no surprise that a question like what is Bitcoin has been one of the most asked questions this year. Also, the number of consumers that are purchasing crypto has nearly doubled. Now, this is the line that's important. This, in spite of the crypto market losing over 80% of its value. So obviously the article is talking about how, despite the market dropping a significant amount in overall value and market cap, that blockchain developer is still an extremely popular job. I'm actually surprised that the writer himself or herself is surprised by that fact. Of course, the developer job is still a popular job because the space is growing and evolving. I know there's a ton of jokes about how people say that they're in it for the tech, but they're actually in it for the money. But we forget that there's still projects grinding away and working really hard to be successful. The idea that the price is still really the only dictating factor for crypto to be carrying on is pretty absurd. The article is pretty short, and to be honest with you, it seems a bit like a filler piece, but it felt like a really good presentation of what's wrong with the view of crypto by a large portion of people. This actually leads me to my next article. There's a website called CoinCodeCap, which ranks the level of activity on GitHub on the top 100 coins on CoinMarketCap. So top 10 crypto projects by coin development. So they go through the top 100, but they just rank the first top 10. The clear winner in this list is Cardano, currently ranked 11 by market capitalization, but with double the work done compared to the runner-up Augur. In this market, it is necessary that you monitor the technological aspects of crypto because today's investors' consciousness will create something that can help humans for a long time. If we didn't follow the tech progress and go with the market FUD, then you will have an inevitable market crash and people will lose trust in the market as well as the technology. And we don't want that because no one can deny the enormous potential of blockchain tech. So the little blurb that's quoted by one of the developers, which is what I just read, is a clear representation of what I was just talking about in the last article. People who are passionate about the work that they're doing and plan to really change the crypto space don't care about the price. They care about meeting their deadlines and improving the world. I'd also like to allow for a short moment of gloating here that Cardano is number one. If you're watching this or you're new to my channel, I'm a huge Cardano fan, so I feel a bit of sense of pride when seeing that. And then this is the website CoinCodeCap, which ranks all the coins. Oh, look, so it looks like Augur just jumped ahead, but even still, Augur, Cardano, and Ethereum being the top three, that's pretty cool. And to be honest, I'm a little surprised that Augur has had that much work done on it. I really haven't done any research on the project. I've heard of it before, but I don't know much about it. So maybe I should do a video on it. The next thing is that I found a post on Reddit that I want to touch on because I seriously disagree with it. But first, I want to bring up this Bloomberg article. So, markets are signaling higher odds for a 2019 recession. For investors attempting to adjust their portfolios in anticipation of a recession by the end of 2020, recent economic indicators carry a message. They may have to prepare for a downturn to start as early as 2019, despite stocks enjoying a recent dead cat bounce. Bloomberg News reports that a Federal Reserve Bank of New York gauge puts the chances of a recession at almost 16% a year from now, the highest since November 2008. The topic of an impending recession has been a hot topic of conversation, especially on crypto Twitter. So let's go over to the post on Reddit. He or she titled it, "Demand for Crypto Will Increase in a Global Recession." So he's got a lot of articles here that he is quoting. The author finds that lottery sales are sensitive to the state unemployment rate, increasing by about 0.17% for each 1% increase in that rate, blah, blah, blah. The only gambling sector that appears to be recession-proof is lottery consumption. He goes on to quote more about drug money worth billions of dollars kept in the financial system. And according to the report, cyber criminals proceeds make up an estimated of 8 to 10% of total illegal profits laundered globally, amounting to an estimate of 80 to 200 billion each year. Virtual currencies have become the primary tool used for cyber criminals and money laundering. All right, so I'll give the person credit. They at least cited reputable sources, linked to them so that people can read them on their own. But I 100% disagree with this post. I say this because the way I view the financial recession is people being afraid for their future and the future of their families. Do not see people taking the fiat that they already have that is at risk and throwing it into a market that has proved to be more volatile and more unpredictable. Not to mention, I still feel like the general public believes crypto is strictly for illegal activities, which was stated in the article. Most people view crypto as some nefarious corner of the internet. In these situations, I always do the grandma test. What would my grandmother do? And I can tell you right now that she wouldn't risk her entire retirement on crypto. I also feel that making the connection between the increase in lottery sales as a rationale for why people would move their fiat into crypto is a serious stretch. You can buy a lotto ticket for $1. It's instant gratification and gives people a sense that maybe they'll get lucky. That's a world of difference from betting on crypto. I don't know what people will put their money into to feel safe, but I highly doubt it's going to be crypto. And I say this as a person that obviously wants to see the space succeed, but I just think it's a stretch for people to assume that a recession is going to help the space. I personally think that it's not going to help the space. I think it's going to be something we're going to see a negative impact if that's actually the case. While this might be an unpopular opinion, I think that we are still a very long way from a massive adoption of crypto and of it being mainstream. There's a lot of factors at play here, but what I think is most important is people need to feel comfortable with this technology. Crypto wallets, keys, and all these scary terms that the average people don't really want to be bothered with. We need to find a way to make that more mainstream. And I feel like until we lower the barriers to entry, we're going to have a difficult time getting the average Joe involved. Okie dokes, guys. That's it for today's rant. I just wanted to try something new. Let me know what you think. Also, leave your thoughts on these articles down below. If you agree or disagree with me, I'd love to hear it. I hope everyone had a great holiday, and thank you for watching. Hey everyone, did you like this video? If so, pop on over to my other playlist and watch some other content. And as always, thanks for the support, guys.